Welcome to the live session. Hope that everyone is ready for another trading day, guys and girls. How was your day today? As a second day of trading week, we see that the market has, as expected, we see a little bit of volatility after the news released on AUD early today. So I will be looking at the major pairs that we normally trade every day. So gold, GBPJPY, euro dollar, and all the instruments that we trade. So before I begin this live session, make sure guys you smash the like button and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. So let's begin first of all doing the full analysis, and then we will be looking for entry once we find opportunity in the market. And I believe that guys, yesterday's trade that you have enjoyed, that we have opened, and again we can look for another entry. Before we go to that point, let's quickly look at the overall picture in the market, and then I will be looking at entry opportunity. So as usual, we will be looking at gold, and before I jump onto the gold, make sure you smash the like button and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. So let's begin with first of all gold, and then we will be looking at GBPJPY, and also you can let me know using the live chat which one you are looking at. So guys, before I progress, make sure you are not forgetting to smashing the like button. So let's begin with gold, starting with the monthly chart to see overall picture in the market. Now from the monthly, as I mentioned before, gold is bearish market. What we see that in that area previous months, gold has formed this long wick middleman. Now yesterday also I've got quite a few questions that this monthly long wick candle, is it a continuation pattern or it is a reversal? Now middleman in this bullish move, as a rule of thumb, is bull market, which is a continuation pattern. But this monthly candle is a little bit of different. Why? Because if you look at this resistance level on the monthly, we see that the price has triggered all-time high. So when the price triggered that all-time high, there is a chance for the price to drop below the monthly low. If I bring up another example, exactly what I want to say so that you guys understand it is looking at the GBPJPY. See that same pattern, you can recognize it. Now if you look at GBPJPY, let me show you here. But do you see that there is a monthly close as a middleman from this structure has gone up, and then what we saw that immediately one candle drop has given a big momentum. Now it is bouncing back up. Now because it's an uptrend, the candle should be the next one to the upside, right? Which is normally you could see that. But what made GJ for one candle drop on the monthly such a big drop is because also if you look at this resistance level here, there is a doji here monthly, and you can see the price has triggered that liquidity. This is always I talk about the liquidity. If you are not sure, you can let me know using the live chat. If you don't know what is liquidity, I can explain more in depth. So if you look at this doji on the monthly time frame, now above this doji there is liquidity here. Now what kind of zone in that area, what do you see? So this is the monthly middleman, and when the price dropped from this level in that direction, okay, what do you see? From this level in that direction, this move, if you look at all those people who sold this market to this level, even to this level, their stop loss is above this high. So above this level there is huge volume available in the market to trigger, and when the market triggered those volume above this level, price started to drop. Okay, and because of that we saw a one candle drop, and that one candle drop in fact has given momentum on GJ for another bounce to the upside. Now you can see that GBPJPY now moving to the upside. Let's going back to the gold again to understand that concept, to clearly define why we have taken that. Now looking at here on the monthly, now you can see that this is the monthly middleman on GBPJPY, pardon me, on gold, and with that monthly middleman, after triggering that all-time high, gold triggered the same kind of liquidity that we see on GBPJPY, and from that zone we can expect now for the price to drop to this monthly support level. So the whole point is that when you see the price triggered a very high amount of liquidity, then you can expect for the price to drop down to the support level for further liquidity. Now looking at the weekly, previous week we saw that GBPJPY has formed a long wick candle where there is a, you can see there is a liquidity here as well. So this is the weekly candle so far, had a drop and the market has gone back up, and we can expect it to revert back to the downside. Now daily chart, where we see the clearer picture, two dojis, and yesterday there was a big drop. Today so far in the first couple of hours in the London session we haven't seen very big move, but we might see now in the NY session coming up, we could see a good move on gold. And with that being said, from the 4-hour chart, where you can see there is a also the prices crossed the 20 EMA yesterday, we have a trade here, you remember. Now from this zone the price is in a level where we can see for the lower time frame to see which way the market might be heading. Now a bit more choppy at the moment. Locally we see that gold, this is a point where we saw the market so if you look at here, this is the support here and this is a resistance here, and this is a long wick candle. We can see every time the price is trying to penetrate that level and then gathering liquidity. So here locally, if you look at the 15-minute chart, where we can see that the market from the 15 minutes perspective, where we see that it's creating series of higher low in that area, and with that series of higher low, so this is a resistance level, and we can expect for the price to break out and then to continue a bit more upside, though it is a long term currently bearish. But if you look at the daily support level here on gold, this is where there is a, in this support there is a high liquidity, and with that liquidity trigger the market trying to break to the upside, and I think that with the daily close we can expect for the price to go ahead and then to give us some movement. So 15-minute chart, so I will be waiting for a gold to give us a clear price action. If it is breaking to the upside completely this resistance, then we can look for buying. But I think that from this level we could see again some kind of pullback. So depending on the price action confirmation, we can look for entry on gold as soon as we will find that. Okay guys, so I believe that you are enjoying the live session. Make sure that you give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So press that bell notification so that you are not missing out any of the content that I am posting every single day. Let me know using the live chat how was your trading going on, and let me know which instrument also you are looking at to trade. Let me see the live chat. Coca-Cola, well done. The SIF, thank you. Good evening, good evening. Gold is bearish and is, as per me, it will touch 2019. So you think that gold is bearish, it's gonna touch 2019. Okay, so that could be. Okay, so anything can happen in trading. So trading is all about using the probability. I have a question. Let me ask you via the pool. Okay, let me start that pool. So the question is, I'm writing here. Okay. So if I share with you a pool, let me know. The question is trading hard or is trading is easy? What do you think? What's your opinion about trading? Okay, so gold, we will leave it there to see how it is doing. Let me look at now GBPJPY. So GBPJPY, after reaching this daily resistance level, this is a very important daily resistance on GJ, and we saw that after hitting that daily important level to this resistance, it's now slowly bouncing, rejecting from that daily resistance level. Okay, so this is daily resistance, and so if you look at daily resistance on GBPJPY, let's look at first of all monthly chart to see overall picture. Now from the monthly, we can see, as I mentioned in the beginning of the session guys, about GBPJPY, this is the monthly one candle move, and after this monthly one candle move, GBPJPY has gone up to the resistance again, so it revert back immediately to the upside on GJ, and with that revert back, what we see that now the price is showing that momentum to the upside, and very high chance that GBPJPY will go back up again to create a new higher high. We look at the weekly now, coming back to the monthly again. Why? Because this drop on GJ, it's completely against the trend. Guys, keep in mind, trend is very important as a trader. So if you are trading, definitely you need to look at to trade in the direction of the major trend. But once you see that the market is breaking down against the trend, this is where the high probability trade setup comes in play. Now if you look at this market on GJ, this is the monthly chart, and with this monthly price action, what do you see? That the market has had a big drop from the monthly perspective to this key level. This drop is completely against the trend. The major direction of the trend on GJ is to the upside. Now if we look at the weekly chart on this, we see that this is the weekly drop, consolidation, a big bull move to the upside on the weekly, followed by we see that GBPJPY from the weekly now trying to pull back, but the overall picture is in fact bullish on GJ. So looking at the daily chart, we see that this is the daily move so far from this level, and with that daily move the market has created a very important level of resistance. The price has come down, has come back to that resistance level, and with that resistance, if you look at, this is the resistance level, price slowly now in a pullback. So let me see the 4-hour chart. Now from this lower time frame, what I see that GBPJPY is for me bullish. Now this is also a point of mistake, thinking that okay, this is a head and shoulder. Now I'm not saying that it's not gonna be a head and shoulder and it might just keep dropping in that way, but the major part here is to look at the major direction of the trend. So the major direction of the trend is on GJ. Let me know which way is GBPJPY is heading. What is the major direction of the trend in GJ, guys? Because when you look at the major direction of the trend, then only you can know which way the market is heading. So let me see. Okay, 39 vote. Okay, so do you think the trading is hard? So 69% saying that yes, 31% saying that no. Guys, if you really passionate about trading, we'll be explaining really why you think that it's hard and how you can make it easy, from my own experience, from my own delicate education, as well as from handling hundreds of traders, thousands of students. I'll let you know that why it is so. You told your strategy was just retracing. So what time frame Stefano said that GBPJPY was retracing? So you need to look at the time frame, is very important. So now if you look at here, this is an impulse, one candle move, another impulse. So basically the price, you see this drop here. For me, GJ, anytime we could see that after this pullback, pushing high, we could see bouncing back up, breaking that level, because looking at the weekly chart, this is the weekly resistance and this is the neckline of this level. So we could see a drop and retest and then continuation to the upside. So you need to look at the multi-time frame approach, which is the key component of being a trader, okay, which is a very important. So before I progress further, guys, give a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also press that bell notification so that you are not missing out any of the content that I am posting every single day. Now let's see that answer, because majority of the trader, okay, so it's increasing, guys, it's increasing. Trading is hard is increasing. The supporter of being trading is hard is increasing. Let me know why you think that trading is hard. Is very important to know. I'll tell you why trading is hard. The real hard truth that probably you are not prepared to hear it, but I'll tell you. Let me explain everything, and then you can take it from there, so that you can improve, you can be a profitable trader. But first, let me know, why do you think that trading is hard? Please, sir, I don't know what is liquidity. Victor, don't worry, no one knows what is liquidity in the beginning. I also did not know, so no problem, we will be discussing that. Liquidity, please explain. Okay, so I see that more liquidity. Okay, GBPJPY, yeah, absolutely, thank you. Hi sir, thank you, good morning. GBP news tomorrow, what's your expectation? Very good question, we'll be discussing on that point. Hello sir from India, thank you very much. GBPJPY, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Bullish. Good morning. GBPUSD, I told you. Okay, I told you yesterday GBPJPY was retracing. Okay, thanks for that. So please, which strategy is the best? Which strategy is the best? This is not a question, because there are I think if there is a 100 million trader, I have maybe so far I can remember there are at least 10 strategies that I can tell you that are profitable. So if one trader trade 10 strategy, then if there are, let's say, 10 million trader and multiply by 10, so that's gonna be 100 million, isn't it? So in 100 million, which strategy is the best is very hard to tell. So you need to tell me your strategy so that I can tell you which one is the best. 4 hours, yes, it could be ounce. Okay, Forex Academy, trading is not hard, but we make it hard without understanding the market. Thank you for all your support. No worries, you are welcome. So trading is hard, but we make it hard without understanding the market. I want to little bit of modify that sentence from Forex Funded Trader Academy. I want to say that trading is not hard, but we make it hard because we, without understanding our own self. Jesse Livermore said that a trader's greatest enemy himself. We'll be discussing on that. It's all about the reflection. How many of you do regular reflection, or at least the weekend reflection about your trade? Traders need to do the reflection about their trade, how they have spent the day, what causing them to take the trade or not take the trade. So because of that reason, let me tell you now my opinion on bring that. First of all, support level here. So this is the daily support that we will be looking at. Let's keep that on, because anytime we might see a penetration and then entry. So as a trader, why it is so hard that majority of them believe that is, after I emphasize, I think a little bit of drop being hard, but it's still there. Around 70% vote on being hard in trading. So trading is not hard. You know what is the most important part of trading? The hardest part is to accept the fact that you have to be wrong in trading. Okay. So the day you will be making money in trading is the day when you know that you will be wrong, and that's okay, and then you start to make profit from trading. So that's why trading is sometimes hard for majority of the traders, because the more important for according to the system that you want to be right, you want to be correct. So let's bring that point. Let me tell you, Stefano, I told you yesterday GBPJPY is retracing. So Stefano, thank you for mentioning that. But how are you taking that? Are you very, very excited about it that you are right? What about when you are wrong? See, there is a famous book that I have read. In that book, it is said that success is as hollow as the failure. That's a profound statement. So when you are very excited of being right, that will be followed by a very depressed when you are wrong. So you need to be staying in balance. So that means that being a trader is not being right or not being wrong, is to focus on growing your trading account no matter what. That is trading. Another thing is understanding, more importantly, to understand not only the market but the probability. Patience is absolutely necessary to be profitable as a trader. If you are not patient, then chances that you're gonna lose money in trading. So what is patience? Patience, see, first of all, let's look at the probability. What is probability in trading? Probability means that when you open a trade, let's say you open, this is GBPJPY, and you want to go long on GJ. From here, your stop loss below this support level, your TP target is here, right? Now, if this is a trade that is 50-50 chance of winning, then this is not a good trade at all. But if you are opening the same trade like that, now if you have a 50-50 chance of winning this trade, this is a very good trade. You see how does the probability works? So that is why you need to understand the probability. Now, how does the probability comes in play, or how do you know? Majority of the trader want to win a trade, just to win a trade, so that to see that there is some blue figure in their trading account without understanding, having a strategy, backtested strategy. Now, how do you then understand the probability? Is you need to have a strategy, and that strategy has to have proven, backtested, that has made money over the long term. Proven means that you have the strategy that is making money, and nothing guaranteed in trading, but from statistics you see that that strategy make money. It's not one individual trade, it's the bunch of trade. After a certain period of time, you need to see that it's growing your account. It even not about winning rate as well. Guys, keep in mind that winning rate is associated with your also risk reward, right? So when someone telling you that, let's say 85% win rate, you must ask one more question. What was the risk reward on that 89% win rate or 85% win rate? Because it's a, what I can say, that it's a fussy thing that you may not be able to understand. Because if you open a trade, for example, like that, okay, all right, let's say I gave you a trade like this, and then in this trade I have how many pip? 77 pip stop loss. Okay, 77 pip. Now I gave you 5 pip target, so the trade will hit the TP. Okay, hit the TP, and as soon as it hit the TP, then I say, okay, one trade win. And then I gave you another trade like that. Okay, now it will go there and will come back to hit your profit target. So 2 trade win, right? So in this way you took 10 trades and 9 of them winner. So you start to hear that, okay, 10 trade, 9 winner, so 90% win rate. Wow, that's amazing strategy. But what about this one trade? That one trade has blown your account, so you are gone. What you will do with this 95%, 90% win rate? Because one trade has blown your account. So that is why it is important that you understand what is probability. You need to have a strategy that is not blowing your account and also giving you consistent profit, consistent growth. That is trading. Okay, so this is what missing, and you see that there is a lot of misinformation out there also for traders. So you need to be able to figure out the right information, right education, so that you can grow your trading account as a trader. All right, so make sure that you understand it, and it's not a one-day job. You know, when I begin my trading, I had to face the same issue. Okay, I was doing a full-time job and, you know, put all my fund in one trading account just to blow up because I didn't know. So I believe that if you really want to dream about being a trader, a couple of things that you need to know. First of all, what is being a profitable trader means that your account will grow. The money will flow to your account, right? When you are a profitable trader, the money will flow like a water in your account, okay? Because it's a freedom. But when you are not a profitable trader, also it will flow from your account the other way around. So you need to know how to narrow your channel when it is going out of your account, and how to broaden the channel when it is coming back to your account. Okay, so that's how being a trader, and having a strategy is very important. Don't look for, holy grail. There is no such thing as holy grail. It's all about probability. Okay, so we'll be discussing more on that. Now, what is the hardest part of being a trader? We see that full 84 votes, and in this vote we see that trading is hard. Trading is hard because money is emotional, and this is the hardest part. Consider your trading account like a demo account. See that how easy it becomes. But when it comes down to money, that is where it becomes hard, because money is highly emotional. And also, being profitable, when you want to be rich or abundant, you need abundance in your life, you need to heal. That's the another big part of the game of trading, because it comes down together. It's a complete package. Money is consciousness. People just give away because it brings responsibility when you have money. So make sure that you stay tuned for everything to understand how to be a consistently profitable trader, how to understand how trading works. In this channel, I do share all the ideas, everything to be a profitable trader, all the strategies. So make sure you stay tuned by subscribing to the channel, pressing the bell button. Now let's look at GBPJPY, and then I'll jump back to other pairs also, and also we'll be looking at the live chat, how you guys are interacting. Let me see. Good evening, thank you very much. It is hard because we fight with our weakness. Just Magic Mike. We fight with our weakness. Yeah, that's a different way to say. I've blown two accounts just in lows throughout. Yes, there are many reasons of blowing trading account. Also, there are many reasons. You see that, let's say you have a trading account, guys, see if you can relate that. So you have a trading account of $1,000. Now once you have $1,000, you open a trade and it has gone to $1,050, and then you open a trade and it has gone to $1,100, and then you open another trade, it has gone to $1,200. Now you open another trade, it has come back to $1,100. You have got $100 loss. So now you'll see that majority of the trader started to feel bad about this, because they think that, oh shit, I had $1,200 in my account, now it's $1,100. What did I do wrong? Maybe I should have done that, maybe I should have done that. But what about your initial balance was $1,000? Okay, so you basically now $1,100, still you are in profit, right? Nothing to be feeling bad, even because when you are opening, you need to allow the drawdown for a profit. And then what we do, we take double risk so that we can go back to where we lastly were, plus additional profit, because we get attached to the things that we have, right? And that is why we blow the account. You'll see that traders, when they started to win, they remain very, very disciplined. It's not about the winning, it's about the losing that causes trader to blow their account. So it is very, very essential that create a very good awareness is the key to remain in control of your trading account. So now let's look at GBPJPY from the daily. You can see that previous day there is a doji here. This is a daily support, and as this market, after quite a few days of bull move, after yesterday's long doji, today so far GBPJPY, we can see that the market is basically bouncing off that level. I think that any drop below this daily low could give us a bounce on GJ, because it's a bull market, and what I think that here the market is, this is a support level. Okay, so from this support here, we can expect a penetration and then again bouncing back up again on GJ on the lower time frame. Okay, so as soon as we will find, we will be looking for that entry. Let me see, where is the gold is going down. Where it is going down, I see a little bit of sideways movement. I don't see any big move down. Why trading is hard? Because of lack of experience. It is very hard for beginner because we want to make money without the knowledge. Yeah, Joseph Dan, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's come down to experience. It's essential, you know. Life is, everything is mostly experiential. Yes, you are to the point. Trading is, you need to give yourself some experience, you know. The emotional part of trading also experience. See, in the beginning, what happened is that, let's say you open a trade, the emotion become very turbulent in the beginning, because you see, this is our brain. How does our brain operate? Now if you look at, we have frontal lobe, let's say a man like that. So this is his frontal lobe, and this is the mid brain. So this middle brain is regulating all the emotions, and when we open a trade, because we put a meaning behind that trade, that because midbrain only operate in a way like it considers something as a threat or as a friend, right? So because it's a reptilian brain, and you know, thousands of years our ancestors lived in the cave. So when our ancestors lived in the cave, they were in a survival, right? So they're sleeping and the lion has come, and they wake up and saw that there's a lion. So they don't think anything else, just either fight or flight, either run away or fight with it. And that's why the midbrain only think, you know, create an emotion, because there are three basic components: physical, mental, and emotional. So the brain, physical, mental is the thinking, and the emotion is the energy. So when we experience fear, the brain goes to fight and flight. So it's the other way around. When you look at, when you see a lion, then the brain generate fear. When you generate fear, you see a lion, right? So the other way around. Now when you look at your trading account, when you see the red figure, you actually seeing a lion. And because of that, the fear is coming, and that all the irrational decisions are coming, because the red is a thread. Okay, because I feel like, oh, I'm blowing my account again, shit, I'm gonna lose everything now, my girlfriend is gonna leave me tomorrow, what I'm going to do? So that is where the threat, right? Now how do you then mitigate that threat, that emotion? Is by experience. Imagine that the first day, you know, when you wanted to jump from some height, let's say you're afraid of height, okay, now you need to jump from 10 centimeter, okay, 10 centimeter block, and you are afraid to jump, right? Now give yourself a try. Just convince yourself to give a jump. And as soon as you jump, what will happen? The brain will receive an experience that is not frightening as it has thought in the beginning, because the brain will generate that emotion. Okay, it's fear, it's something threatful, okay, threatening, so don't do that. But if you convince yourself to do that, then the brain will have an experience. Oh no, this is not that much of hard. So now you can increase your 10 centimeter to 10 meter. Now next time you can jump from 10 meter, right? Don't do that, it's too high. So next time you can jump from a bit higher, because your brain is already had that experience. So the brain now understand that it's not that hard. So that is why it is important that you always understand that to be a profitable trader, you need to give yourself some time. But this is the rarest thing happening in trading. You want to be, reach overnight. You can be rich overnight when you are very good at trading. Yeah. But before it comes to you, you need to allow yourself to be consistent, right? Now you might say, coach, how did you say that to be profitable overnight? I want to know that strategy. So before you know that strategy, what do I mean by is that being profitable or rich overnight is when you have a very good strategy, you understand trading, very good experience, you can trade in $1 million fund, right? So if you trade in $1 million fund, 10 to the power 6 is the $1 million. Yeah. So if you trade on $1 million fund and even you gain, let's say 2% in a week or 1% in a week. So if you can gain 2% in a week, you gain $20,000 in a week, right? So no matter who you are, where you are, you can trade in $1 million fund. There is a lot of opportunity available for traders now, right? So that is why it is essential that you understand, you have a strategy that you can trade, you give yourself some time to be profitable over the long term. Okay, so with that being said, now let's quickly look at GBPJPY to see how the market is doing. Now from the GBPJPY, looking at daily again, where the support here and the market a little bit in a sideways yet, not ready fully for an entry. Let me see the gold again, also a little bit in a sideways. Why the market a little bit in a sideways? Let me see the Forex factory calendar. Okay, looking at the calendar here on, so tomorrow coming up AUD, which is 10th. Okay, so tomorrow coming up AUD, and then Thursday coming up GBP, and then Friday core CPI, right? So quite a few news on Saturday also. Saturday means Friday basically. So Thursday is very volatile day, and also tomorrow AUD. So let me quickly look at AUD USD as the AUD news to see how the market is doing. Now looking at the monthly chart on AUD USD. Okay. Now if we look at the monthly chart on AUD USD, we can see that from the monthly perspective, this is the monthly impulse on AUD USD. Price has reached that monthly resistance after back-to-back 2 months of bounce. this month, we see the market started to revert back again. So this is the second week of the month. So far we see that AUDUSD is in a bearish move. Now looking at the weekly chart on AUDUSD, we can see that from the weekly, this is a weekly impulse followed by this correction, another impulse correction. This week so far, in the first day we saw there wasn't much movement. Today also the market in a very narrow range. Let's see the daily chart to see how the price is doing. Now from the daily, we see there is a doji here, and today so far, after testing the resistance level, the market started to drop. So for me, potential for AUDUSD is to the downside. Probably have seen the weekly forex forecast as well that I mentioned. The same thing, guys. Make sure you smash the like button and also hit that subscribe button. If you haven't watched weekly forex forecast, then I would recommend you to do that. From the weekly forex forecast also, you will know exactly how I've explained everything. That is also a great learning. So you see that from here on AUDUSD, there is a big drop from here, and with that drop, what we can expect on AUDUSD to continue to drop in that direction. So looking at 4-hour perspective, we see that in this local time frame there is a bounce to the upside, and from this level the price, after multiple liquidity gap, which is dropping down in that direction. So from the intraday on AUDUSD, we see that it's in a little bit of pullback, and I will be waiting for a retest and then continuation to the downside on AUDUSD, which is highly likely to happen. So looking at in that area, we see this move on AUDUSD is completely to the upside now, which is coming to the liquidity. So what is liquidity? So there are 3 most important secrets in the market: market structure, liquidity, and price action. Now liquidity is one of the most important part that I use in my trading. Let's look at that point of what is liquidity. For me, hardest part is patience. For me too, guys, hardest part is patience. Morning from Jamaica. I think I have the 2027. What to do? Sell. So you have sell 2027. So you are now buy. Price action versus SMC versus ICT. Which one is better as a medium trader for us? Price action versus SMC versus ICT. Which one is better as a medium trader? Price action versus SMC versus ICT. Now, in these 3 selection, which one is better as a medium trader? Very good question. Now, if I tell you that SUV or sedan, in these 2 cars, which one is better for you? So if you have 6 kids in your family, yeah, you need a 7-seater, right? If you have 1 kid and driving on the flat road, maybe buy a sedan. Or if you are a very environmental activist, you love caring the environment, you are worried about the global warming, then just buy a bike, right? Just ride a bike which is environmental friendly, or maybe just work on food. So it depends on your situation. What kind of trader you are will determine, is price action, should you trade price action, or should you trade SMC or ICT? What's your trading objective? All right, what time do you trade, how long time you dedicate in trading? There's a lot of points that you need to consider when you look at the type of trading. But for me, any trading style will give you profit as long as you are very good at detecting the direction of the trend. That means that you know the market structure, you know the liquidity, where the market is gathering liquidity. Because if you are a SMC trader, you need that liquidity component, because it's all about the liquidity, right? If you're ICT, I'm based on what when market opening, what block you are trading. It will depend also on the liquidity, right? Because can the market constantly moving from one liquidity zone to the other liquidity zone. Let me share with you this one here. Let's see that AUDUSD. You see what is this component, this candle here? What do you see in this candle? This is a liquidity candle, right? This is a liquidity candle. A big long candle has broken that resistance where there is a liquidity trigger, and with that liquidity trigger the market has dropped, which is that exactly you need to know when the market is gathering liquidity. GJ, yep, thank you very much. Good morning, good afternoon, thank you very much. Hope that it helps. So you need to determine what's your objective, coach. You don't use Fibonacci. I do use Fibonacci to start a small account. How to start a small account, or how to start trading on a smaller account? Very simple. Find a broker that is regulated. You can find a link in the description, the broker that I am trading, and then open a trading account. Make sure you put a smaller fund, and then learn to protect that smaller fund. Okay, so which is the most important part. So you need to learn to protect that smaller fund so that you can grow that smaller fund, which is absolutely essential. So let me see what else. Shan Salim, hi coach, why gold made a lot of manipulation yesterday but rest all USD pairs were inactive yesterday? Is it considered Monday is manipulation day for gold? For gold, no, Monday I don't think that is a day of manipulation, but every day is a day of manipulation. So then I see that the manipulation happened mostly on gold on the NFP day. So Monday, when does the manipulation happen in any instrument? When you see that the market needs big movement is where the manipulation happens. So manipulation brings a little bit of negative connotation, isn't it? But at the same time, you need that part to warm up the game of trading. Without that component, the market is not gonna move. So what is manipulation? Manipulation is the liquidity, is the grabbing that liquidity from the market when big boys wants to make the market have a bigger move. Very simple. I had a question before in the beginning of this session to explain liquidity. Let me explain liquidity, guys, you can take note down, is absolutely essential. How do you understand liquidity? First, let's understand how the market moves. Let me give you the fundamental structure of a market movement. Let's say the market is doing like that. So what does this mean is that it is in a downtrend. Okay, now the trend will never keep pushing down, right? At some point it's gonna reverse. So when the trend is reversing, it's gonna something do like that, or it might create an inverted head and shoulder. Let's say anything can happen. Home, and the market has broken to the upside, it's come back down here again. Now this is where is the order block. So this previous resistance here, turning support here on gold, and buyers has broken that high, that resistance now turns support, which is a sign of change of trend. This is what I say that sign is, because nothing is guaranteed in trading. So now how does the smart money trade the market? They cannot do the trading like that. Even they cannot use the strategy we use. They have their own strategy, which is the smart money trading strategy. So let's assume that they want to move that market to the upside. Let's say they want to buy 100 million, right? So they cannot place all those order here. What they do, whenever they buy, the market goes up, and they don't want to buy high, they want to buy low. So let's say they put, as an example, 20 million they bought, the market has gone up here, and then what is the next step? Take the profit. So once the pullback happen, this pullback is profit taking, and when the market pull back, that means that there is a profit taking, and then the price has come down, means that they got better price. Now they're gonna buy again, and the price will go up again, and once the price gone well above, profit taking, pull back, right, like that. And now at some point you will see that this market structure is broken like that, has broken that swing low. This is the previous swing low is broken. This is where the liquidity grab. Now why this happen is because when the smart money buying, they always try to find a better price, but at some point the market is exhausted. This is no good to buy for them. Now then how can they move that market? Because if they're buying from here, it's gonna go up. They want to buy from here. So how do they do that? This is called the manipulation. So they sell the market so that the market goes down here in this area. Now why they want to bring this here? Because when the price has come here, those who bought in the trend, their SL is a sell order. Sell order. Sell order means that when you bought, you told your broker that in this price I will be selling, and now they found seller so that they can buy. It's absolutely necessary, because see, if they're buying, let's say 1,000 lot, and to be on the other side with them, they need maybe 10,000 retail trader to take their order. So that is why it's needed. Now by knowing all of that, you wake up you wake up from the matrix. How does it work? Let's say you know that there is a story from Plato, I think. A bunch of people chained in the cave, and after they are chained in the cave, they all the life they saw only the shadow on the wall cast. People are moving around them. Suddenly one day one of them got escaped and went up, looked at the sky. He saw all the lights, birds and trees, sun and the moon, and he came back to the cave and started to try to explain all those what he has seen, and other his friends and family members who were on the cave, they start to thought that he got mad. So that means that how do you relate this here? There's no relationship. It's just what I wanted to explain, that when you want to do something or be someone, you have to look at everything from a very different angle, more than what you are told about. So if you look at here in this, so once you see that the market has done enough manipulation, only then you gonna look at the market, not with the crowd just jumping on a trade. Okay, with the crowd is not the right way to trade. You need to trade based on how the market is doing, and once you know the fundamental way the market moves, then only you know that when to enter the trade, and that is what is called the liquidity trigger, which is one of the most important part of a profitable trader. Okay, so let's look at now the market started to move. I think let me see what's happening in gold here. It's in a narrow range. This 4-hour candle is just a doji. Choppy market on gold as well. Let's see here, very choppy. Let me see GJ also. GJ is bouncing up here a little bit. Yeah, we see that GBPJPY is bouncing back up. So from this 20 EMA, yeah, GJ, we see that some bounce. You look at the euro dollar, also you see that bounce. Okay, any entry coming along the way, definitely will be looking to enter. We'll be jumping on the trade. What do you restrict? I don't know. What do you mean by what do you mean by trading is hard and maybe something automatic happening? Crypto forex, I don't know. Trading is hard and should be. It also needs to be fair for the hard-working traders, otherwise everyone. Yeah, it's a relative aspect. So it's a relative bit, because not gonna be everyone who's making money, right? So when let's say there is a buyer, there is a seller. So if the buyer's making money, the sellers will lose money. There is always a group that will make, the other one will lose. Otherwise, it's a give and take. So smartest is always winner. So that's why you have to be smarter than the smartest in trading. I think gold will rise to 2045. So you think that gold will rise to 2045 and then drop? Yeah, we see that this is a 15 minutes candle. Let me see, there is a long week candle. There is a rejection here on the 15 minutes time frame on gold. So from the 1 hour we see liquidity gap here, 4 hour. Okay, we see that bullish move. It's very interesting price action today. Let's see how it is doing. Okay, so here we see that we need to see the market is breaking down or breaking out, because the market little bit in a slower movement. So what we see, just looking at on gold, there is a big long week candle here, and from the daily which is bullish. Okay, so there is a probability for upside on gold. See how many pip here, 21 pip. For the euro dollar. So gold looks like that locally trying to bounce, but back to back 2 rejection here. So it might come down for a deeper pullback here on gold. The bias is to the upside, and I will be waiting for that bullish entry. Let's see how it does. I hope that guys you are enjoying. Make sure that you like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet, press that bell notification so that you are not missing out any of the content that we are posting every single day. And thank you for your support to the channel. And I do post a lot of content. This weekend I will be posting about indicator. So yesterday I've got quite a few questions about how to use the ATR. ATR is a very important indicator I use in many of my strategy. and also Bollinger Band, moving averages, and some of the momentum indicator that I will be creating a compacted video explaining about how to use those indicators. So stay tuned for that by subscribing and pressing that bell button. So we need a pickup in the movement in pricing. How far the minimum session and London session going on? Let me see the timing. So New York 8:21 a.m. Frankfurt 2:21, London 1:21. So volume is about to come in the market. Okay, so euro dollar from the 1 hour forming a doji. Now let's see, is it remaining bearish or bouncing back up? Euro dollar grabbed a huge liquidity here, so let me see that gold. Now in the last moment we see again returning back on gold. It's trying to form a head and shoulder here, but it's absolutely important to see how the market is doing here. So still not fully directionally clear. We might see a good move coming up. Okay, we see that it's trying to break in that direction. Trying to break in that direction, and so if we look at in that area on gold, I'm just trying to figure out the potential entry. Let me see that. Okay, so you see a break. Okay, so move coming in the market. So gold slowly dropping down. Let's see how. Okay, so euro dollar also, we see that revert back here on euro dollar after this break, and So from the daily, if I delete all of them on gold, so after testing the daily 20 EMA, we see that gold is trying to reject. That means it might try to fill that long wick here on gold, and if that's the case, then we might see that gold is coming down to the daily support again. So this is the daily support level here. It's the daily support on gold, and so with that daily support from the 4-hour, after breaking that high from this 20 EMA, which is trying to drop down, so that means that we can expect on gold to draw back. Okay, so there is a head and shoulder formation here, and with that head and shoulder formation, the market started to break. That means that we could see a retest of this daily low. So let's draw this daily support here as well. So this is the daily support where chances for the price to drop down is very high. So let me see euro dollar also doing the same thing. Okay, so here we can keep eye on gold as well as on GBPJPY and some of the USD pairs. I'll keep eye. Let me know how are you doing there. Can share some views on US oil. Yeah, absolutely. I think gold dropped 2000 level. Okay. So your question is, I'm a trader trading, I'm a day trader and trading in London and NY session. So which time frame market structure shifts to look? I'm a day trader and trading in London and NY session. So which time frame market structure to look at to shift? It depends on, so if you are a day trader, it depends on, you know, what kind of how frequency you want in your trading. So if you are a high frequency trader, maybe you can look at the lower time frame. If you are a bit slow, or let's say you love a bit slow thinking, maybe you can look at intraday time frame, 15 minutes or 1 hour. If you want high frequency trade, maybe you can look at 15 minutes, 5 minutes, or even the 1 minute. Depend on your experience. Gold is having support on daily time frame trend line. So yeah, gold, we see that there is a drop here, but this, you can see this is 30 minutes candle and also 15 minutes. At the moment the market is a bit choppy here, and I wouldn't buy from this level or neither sell. Let's see how the market is doing and then we can look for it. 30 minutes, we see that it formed a red bearish candle. Now at the moment, as the price tested this, you see there is a move here already, so which is basically a liquidity zone has come down here. Now it will try to go back up again depending on how it is doing. How does the euro dollar has done? And the GBPJPY, also dollar yen. So the market is still not very clearly defined in terms of directional bias. So I was looking at GJ here, GBPJPY, this 4-hour candle is closing. The price has crossed this low from the 4-hour, and we see that from that crossing of this low, it's still not creating a very strong momentum. The momentum is a bit slower on the market, but we just need to see a bit more volume coming in the market. Okay guys, in the meantime, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press that bell notification so that you are not missing out any of the content that we are posting every single day. Smartness is trading with the trend, good risk management. Yeah, absolutely, this is what it is. Yeah, so yeah, trading is very important that everyone understand how trading works. You need to have a strategy, and also you need to have a risk management plan to open and close all the trade according to the strategy. It's a good gold market coming down on. Okay, can you look at the Euro USD? Absolutely, we can. So euro dollar had a big drop here. So 30 minutes there is a bearish middleman. 15 minutes long bearish candle. See the daily. Weekly, the price tested the high, so it will try to fill that long week. So euro dollar price action is showing bearish. This is the 5 minutes, 15 minutes candle. $30 minutes middleman has formed. Here we could sell, but we wanted to see a bit more clearer picture, though it is potential sell here. One more liquidity gap could give a very good movement. If we look at the 4-hour, where there is a, I think euro dollar might give us potential entry here. The way the price action is forming, because it has a very sharp rejection from the top multiple times, the bias on euro dollar is downside because of this. You see, this is a liquidity candle and forms series of lower high. So the bias on euro dollar is to the downside, but we might see just some manipulation and then dropping down. So you just need to wait for a breakdown. The chances for coming down is very high on euro dollar. See the 15 minutes candle. $11p. Might try to manipulate again, but I think that it's gonna drop back to the daily support. It's going up again. It's happening to the market a bit more unpredictable. Absolutely essential here. Let's see how it is trying to move. Market has a dramatic shift sometime. A bounce. So it just need to move in one direction aggressively. That's only the things that it needs. Okay, so it's having a move, just needed a movement in the market in the direction of the trend. So gold had a bounce in the direction of the trend. So we need a trending movement in the market. Okay, we see that bounce. So what happened with GBPJPY, which is basically the other way around? We see a bit inconsistency on on gold and GJ. So why did this gold bounce? This is a question, right? Let's see what it is trying to do. So there is a bounce, big bounce on gold. It's a big manipulation, and with that manipulation with the euro dollar, let's see. So we need to see the market is basically trending. Sometimes the market moves very unusually. Let's see. Unless we find suitable entry, just being patient is the key, guys. Absolutely. Thank you very much. So here gold, what we see, euro dollar, what we see that the testing this is just gathering liquidity in that area. So from the 4-hour chart we see that euro dollar after this long wick candle has formed another long wick candle in that area. So the market is still gathering liquidity. This is the 1-hour candle, which basically has manipulated multiple times in that area, and there is another bounce. With that bounce, which is basically we can see that it's now, after testing this, trying to revert back until we find a clear direction. Just need to see. I think it will try to break the high again. It will try to break the high again in that area. So gold also manipulated on both sides here and there. So if we look at the daily on gold, the price tested this daily high. I think it will remain bullish, gold. The way I see, probability for being bullish is very high on gold. The chances for going up is high on gold. It's not being able to, the sellers not being able to create a very, you see the price has tested these and then the market had a bounce. So if gold is bullish, then euro dollar also might be showing that momentum to the upside. So let me see that. So there is a candle close on the 15 minutes as a bullish engulfer on gold. So it might try to test this level now. Let me delete that here. So yeah, so chances for an upside bias is high. There is an impulse. It's a very strong impulse on gold. It might come down for a pullback. the chance for moving up is high on gold. So let me see. Okay, so there is a bullish engulfer. Mini pip here, a bit bigger stop loss. Okay, so bullish momentum is very probable, and now yeah, so market is bouncing in that direction. We need to see the market is trending so that we can enter a trade on any of this instrument. Anyone has the link? Okay, yeah, absolutely, thank you for that. Let's see. GJ showing a different picture, GBP USD, but especially we see that some bounce on gold, and that bounce might take gold a bit more upside, along with the euro dollar after this rejection. Instead of dropping down, we see that it's reverting back before the candle close. How it's doing is important to see, but it is essential that it's showing the direction in the trend. So from, if you look at the 1 minute chart on euro dollar, we can see that the market basically building up here. A trend is absolutely essential for the market. So until we find a clear direction, just need to be patient, guys. I hope that you understand it. We had a trade yesterday, definitely in this live session today also I'm expecting to enter, but we need to see the market is trending. It is a very complex market structure where we shouldn't enter until we find that setup that we are looking at. A big bounce or breakout is essential. So if you look at dollar CAD, just to see how the market is trying to do, we see bullish momentum on dollar CAD. And euro dollar, we're just trying to manipulate in all sides. We need to see a trend in the market that is still not seeing. What are you doing, guys? Let me know what's your thought on euro dollar and gold. Okay, gold again forming a very strong bullish candle here. So the way it has formed the price action, which could eventually lead gold to the resistance level again. 4 hours showing bullish momentum, and daily chart is really important. So from this level, yeah, so you see that bounce here, which is expected. So gold is showing that potential bullish. Now this manipulation on gold is a liquidity grab, so that the price action showing is bullish on gold. Right now, any break of this support could give potential entry. If we enter below this level, it will be the stop loss. Yeah, so we could be able to enter as soon as we will find that. Looks to me that it's gonna bounce back up, gold. It's trying to bounce from this level. So euro dollar also, this is the 5 minutes candle, bullish price action. So the market looks like that it's gonna prepare for a trend. So with the AUD news coming tomorrow, that will make gold also volatile. So when there is a news on AUD, gold also get very crazy. gold showing bullish, and that might take the price to the upside to this resistance level. Now the question is where we can find that entry. The euro dollar has formed also dojis. Right guys, so you see so until the market trend, it's very hard to enter. See that it is here on a pullback. It's essential that we see that trend. Okay, what we see is, let me see, euro dollar. Yeah, euro dollar is slowly bouncing, still not fully. Yeah, we need to see a blowout to the upside for a trending market. But so far you see the volatility is not that high. If you look at the gold, the market is showing bullish on gold also. So there's a 4-hour candle closed. I will be quickly looking at all the instrument. Gold has formed a middleman here, and if I look at in all the pairs to see how the market is doing, so euro dollar has formed a very narrow doji on the 4-hour. So we could see a bounce back from this level on euro dollar for deeper liquidity, but at the same time it's creating series of lower high, guys. The market is little bit of confusing, still not showing a clear direction. As soon as we will find, I will be entering. Make sure you stay patient. When the market is not giving you that entry, you just need to be patient on that. There is no other alternative way but becoming patient on that. So how are we going? GBPJPY is breaking 183, is going to 182.42. What do you think, Stefano? Is if GBPJPY is breaking 183.00, is going to 182.42. So you think that GJ, if it is breaking, then it's gonna, yeah, we see that there is a candle which has a liquidity in it on GJ. So, and because it has a bearish price action below all this support level, now here is, if you look at the 4 hour, the market has broken that support. Look here, I wouldn't be very enthusiastic seller on GJ, because if you look at the daily, it might drop down further to this, yeah, because there is a neckline, but because there is a big bullish price action here, it might come down slowly depending on the price action, because I normally trade in the major direction of the trend. If you look at the monthly here, you can see this is the monthly price action. There's a big bounce here on the monthly. If you look at the weekly, so that's where the market is coming down to the neckline. You look at the daily, where the price has broken the support, but I think that any time after retest you could see that GBPJPY again reverting back to the upside. So it will depend on how the market is doing. So there is a bit more manipulation here. We saw multiple times liquidity grab. Very choppy. So when the market is not trending, there's nothing we can force on the market. So yeah, this is what trading is, guys. When the market is not giving you the entry that you are looking at, you just need to be patient on that. Wait for the market show its hand before jumping on a trade. Okay, so let the market prepare for it. And yeah, we do open live trades that we opened yesterday also. as you can see that we will still be waiting for the day trades while we are running some other trades on the market. As New York session is progressing, I will keep watching the market. Guys, I hope that you enjoyed this live session. Today there isn't much trade so far. That means that we could find in the upcoming session. There isn't much volatility. You can see there's a bit more choppy. Until the market expand and break out, I will wait for the entry once we will find it. Until that, I will be exiting the live. I will come on live again tomorrow. So in that live, if you subscribe and press that bell button, then you will be able to notified as soon as I'm coming on live. Until that, guys, stay well, stay happy. I'll see you tomorrow trading live again. Make sure you stay safe and trade with proper risk management. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.